Yes, I got the flower in my hair. Today's my daughter's birthday. She put the flower there, so I'm rocking it. What? It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I just wanted to shout out and just spread some love and some good cheer. And you know, life is out here lifing, right? For me and for everybody else. But just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile. Like if you just take a minute to stop and take stock, I guarantee you can find at least one reason to smile. And if for some reason you can't find a reason to smile, then that's probably the best time to be the reason for somebody else to smile. So, find a smile for yourself and be your reason for somebody else to smile. That's all I got. This one love has been a minute. Peace and love and
All right, peace, family. I hope that you're feeling well and blessed today. You're tuned into the sound of the Only One Mic podcast, Mic Drop Show, where we break down the day's biggest moves in culture and community through conversations that matter. I'm your host, Carl Gerard, and I appreciate you locking in with me. Whether you've been following every episode or this is your first time tuning in, this space is all about truth, clarity, and conversations that truly matter. I'm not here to tell you what to think, folks. I'm just here to lay it out for you. All right, let's get into this. Family. This is a tough one. We lost someone who wasn't just a familiar face on our screens, but a true cultural icon, right? If I can use the term, but I could say true cultural voice. Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away on Saturday at the age of 54 after a tragic drowning while on vacation with his family in Costa Rica. Now, most of us grew up with him as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, the charming, sometimes goofy, but always lovable younger brother. But his journey didn't stop there. The man was an actor, a director, a musician, a poet, and a storyteller in every sense of the word. Over the years, he kept evolving, taking on roles that challenged him and that showed us different sides of black masculinity. Now, you might have seen him on The Resident, Sons of Anarchy, I believe it was like Rescue 911, Sneaky Pete, or even back in the day on Malcolm and Eddie. This man stayed working, but not for the spotlight, but for the craft. He also directed episodes of shows like All That, Kenan and Kel, The Fresh Prince, an episode of The Cosby Show as well. And he was behind the scenes shaping how we saw ourselves on TV. He knew the power of black stories, and he honored that. And lately, he was using his voice in a whole new way. Just last year, I believe it was, Malcolm launched a podcast called Not All Hood alongside Candace Kelly and Wasu Baraka. And I'm telling you guys, I was locking in on it when he first dropped it. The brother was speaking a lot of good stuff with his crew in terms of, like, you know, the black community, the ills in it, and how we can cure it. It wasn't just attack the problem. It was what can we do to fix it. And, you know, it wasn't just another celebrity project, y'all. This was a deep podcast and honest and vulnerable. And he talked about, you know, openly about mental health and the struggles of black men face, but rarely say out loud. He brought in voices we needed to hear and conversations that hit home. In the very last episode released just 2 days before he passed, he said something that really, you know, that really hit. He said, black excellence, and I'm quoting here, black excellence isn't about exceptionalism. It's about survival in an uneven system. I'm telling you, that was deep. So he reminded us really that the hood isn't something to run from. It's part of the foundation of American culture. There's beauty and brilliance in it, and he helped reframe the whole narrative. And on a personal note, he spoke often about how becoming a father changed him. And, you know, as a, you know, me having a daughter who, you know, just, you know, got a little bit older, so that kind of hit too, because my daughter's birthday just passed as well. So hearing this, just like, wow, you know, can only send prayers to his family and all in his passing. He talked about his wife and how his wife and daughter was the center of his world. And even though he kept them private, you could feel the love when he spoke about them. So I understand that as a father, when you speak about, you know, your children or your family and such a, you know, light that other people can feel it, man, that's a very special thing. So today we celebrate a man who grew up in the spotlight, but never stop reaching deeper. From Theo to thought leader, from teen icon, if I could use the word, to elder statesman in our culture. The sudden loss is another example, folks, that we are not here to stay. We're just passing through. So use this time that we have to honor God first, love those around us, and enjoy the gift of life. The Only One Mic podcast is available on all streaming platforms that you stream your podcast on. So wherever you listen to it, that's where we're at. So be sure to catch us there. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel to catch up on the past and current episodes. And don't forget to rate the show and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for all the new subscribers that have joined. All the conversation in regards to the last episode we dropped. This is what this is about, folks. The mic drops is that we can have conversations in regards to these topics, guys. And it also, helps to hit that subscribe button because it helps the channel and helps us to grow. And we thank you for that. Follow us on Instagram and X at The Only One Mic P1, Facebook and LinkedIn at The Only One Mic Podcast. Email us at theonlyonemic00@gmail.com or call and text us at the 302-367-7219. Your voice, your questions, your take could be featured on the show. Guys, hit us up in the comments. What was your favorite moment from Malcolm Jamal Warner? Like, Cosby Show, whatever show that you've seen him on. If you heard him speak somewhere, I remember him speaking, a buddy of mine reminded us of how he was here at the library in Delaware, and he was spitting a poem and whatnot, and he said the poem was so deep, they was trying to get him off stage, but he had to keep going to get that word out. So, any memory that you have in there, share them in the comments, and, it will be appreciated to hear, The Only One Mic Podcast, Mic Drop Show. I'm Carl Gerard, signing off. Peace.